A pleasant and warm welcome for everyone. I am Jaideva Ammar, studying in GM University, Davangere. Today, we are going to demonstrate a mathematical operations for arbitrary numbers using C. This is our DSA assignment 2, and our DSA subject course code like UE23CS1203. Our This code is made by our team, and our team name is Tech Pentas, and this code is guided by our guidance, Dr. Shivanagowda G M. Now I'm going to introduce my team members for you all. Our first member is Bhavanarani BR, Guru Shankar AS, Jaideva MR, myself, Manasa SB, and Nitin S. Now, the introduction to the code and the first part of the working of the code is going to be taken over by my teammate Nitin. Yes.
Hi, myself Nitin S. Pursuing BTech in AML in GM University, Davangere. Let's go through the code step by step and explaining each part. First, I'll explain from this part, which includes necessary libraries. Like this part includes standard libraries needed for the input-output operators, memory allocation, and string manipulation. Next, we'll go through which is defining a constant. This defines a constant max underscore digits with a value of 1000. This might be used somewhere else in the code to set a maximum limit of numbers or the digits. Next part is to define the node structure. In this block of code, it def- in this block of code, it defines a node structure using type def. Each node stores a single digit of number and pointer to the next node, allowing us to create a linked list. Using type def allows us to simply use node instead of using struct node. Let us move on to the next function to create a new node. In this block of code, these functions create a new node. It takes an integer digit as an argument and allocates the memory for a new node. Sets the node's digit to the provided value, initializing the next pointer to the null and returns the new node. And next, the following block of code I'm going to explain is these functions need a new digit to the end of the number representing by a linked list. If the list is empty, the head will point to the null and it creates the first node. Otherwise, it transfers the end of the list and append the new node. After this, I'm going to explain the function to read a number from a file. In this block of code, these functions reads the numbers from the file character by a character until it reaches the end of the file or the new line character. It converts each character to a integer and append it to the linked list representing the number. After this, I'm going to explain the function print a number. This function prints the number stored in the linked list. It transfers the list from the head to the end, printing each digits. After this, I'm going to explain the function to write a number in a file. This function stores this function writes the number stored in the linked list to the file. It transfers the list from the head to the end, writing each digit to the file. It also adds a new line character at the end. After this, I'm going to explain about the function to reverse a linked list. In this block of code, these functions reverse the linked list. It changes the directory of the next directory of the next pointer so that the last node becomes the first node and the first becomes the last. It uses the pointer prv initializing to the null and carry curr is which initializes to the head, and next which is initializes to the temporary to the next node. And the further code will be explained by my dear friend Manasa.
Hello everyone, myself Manasa from AIML C-Section GM University. Today I will explain the purpose of the add numbers function to add two large numbers represented as linked lists and return the sum as another linked list. First, node initialization. Start with node result is equal to null, which initializes the result linked list to null. This is where the final sum will be stored. Next, reverse input list. These lines reverse the input linked list num1 and num2. Reversing helps in adding digits from least significant to the most significant, which simplifies the addition process. Next, carry initialization. This initializes a variable carry to 0. This keeps track of any carryover that results from adding digits. Next, this is the main addition loop. Uh, this loop continues as long as there are digits left in either number or there's a carry. Next, calculating sum and carry. This initializes sum with the current value of carry. Uh, if there are digits left in num1, add the current digit to sum and move to the next digit. And if there are digits left in num2, add the current digit to sum and move to the next digit. Next, updating the carry. This calculates the carry for the next iteration by dividing sum by 10. Since we are dealing with base 10 digits, we should divide with 10. Next, appending the result digit. Appends This appends the least significant digit of sum to the result linked list. This digit is the remainder when sum is divided by 10. Next, reversing the result linked list. After the loop, the digits in result are in reverse order. Uh, to correct this, the reverse list function is used to reverse the result linked list back to the correct order. Then the then it returns the correctly ordered result linked list, which now represents the sum of the two input numbers. This will be the two numbers can be added using the online calculator. These are the two numbers we have taken, and this is the result of these two numbers.
Hello everyone, myself Bhavana Rani, AIML C-Section GM University. The, mul- the multiple number function multiple to large number represented the linked list and return the product as another linked list. Initialization create a result node is equal to create node. Initialization is the result linked list with the single node continuation 0. Reverse input list. Temp1 is reversed list number num1 and temp2 is equal to the reverse linked list number num2. Reverse the input linked list is to multiplication from the least significant digit to the most significant digit. Initialized the current pointer. Current point is equal to the result. Track that the current position in the result linked list. Outer loop interacted over the num2. The outer loop interact over each digits of the reverse num2. For n2 is equal to temp2. For each digits in num2, the inner loop multiple in which the each digit number num1. Inner loop interacted over number 1. Inner loop interacted over each digit of the reversed num1. Multiplication as carried handle the calculate product and carry. Int mul- multiple is equal to the n2 digits and n1 digits plus carried the temp result. Multiple the current digits from the n2 and n1, add any carried from the calculation and added the correct value of temp result and digits. Stored the single digits of the multiplication result and calculate the carried for the next interactive. Advance in the result list if temp result next is equal to nulls null. Temp1 next is equal to null, carry the 0. Temp result next is equal to the create node 0. If there no next node in temp result but more digits are carried to process, a new node is created. Moves to next node in the result linked list. Move the correct pointer one node. The next interaction of the outer loop. Correct is equal to the current and greater than next. Reversed the linked list is equal to the reverse list result. Reverses the result linked list back to the correct order, removing the reading zeros. While result digits is equal to 0. Temp is equal to result. Result is equal to result greater than next. Pre-temp. Return result. Next, x is the number 1 and y is the number 2. These multiple, these are the output. Next will be continue my teammate Guru Shankar.
Hello, myself Guru Shankar. Today I am explaining about divide functions. The divide number functions divides two larger numbers represented as linked list and return the quotient as a linked list. Now the initial comparison. The function first checks if the number 1 is smaller than number 2 using compare numbers. If number 1 is smaller, the function immediately returns to a node with the digit 0. Because the quotient of dividing a smaller number by a larger number is 0. Now, initialization. Node quotient is equal to null. Initializing the linked list for the quotient to null. Next, the node current divided is equal to null. Initializing the linked list for the current portion of number 1 being considered as the divided. Process each digit. While number 1 is equal to null, loop process each digit of number 1 by 1. Appendant digit adds the current digit of number 1 to current divided inner loop of subtraction. Inside the loop, a new node count is created to keep track of how many times number 2 can be subtracted from current divided. While compare numbers as long as current divided is greater than or equal to number 2. Number 2 is subtracted from current divided as count digit in increment, building the quotient. After the inner loop, if quotient is null and count digit is not 0, the quotient is set to count. If quotient is not null, count digit is appended to the quotient, advancing to the next digit. Here the number 1 is equal to number 1 moves to the next digit of number 1, handling 0 quotient. If the entire number is processed and no non-zero quotient digit was found, the function sets quotient to a node with digit 0, returns value. The function returns the quotient, which represents the result of the division. This was the divided functions code. Now my friend Jaidev will explain the main functions.
Okay, thank you, Guru Shankar. So till now we saw how to what are the functions and what is the procedure for multiplication, addition, and division. And now we'll take a look at the main function. In main function, with file open, with the pointer file open, we'll open the file named number.txt in read mode. In read mode, we'll open this and we will take the input. If the file is empty, the output will be error opening file. If the file is filled with numbers, there is no such output printed. Then the number one is the the number one is stored with the first number, and the number two is stored with the second number. Then here there is a call of add numbers, product, multiply numbers, and divide numbers, to which the numbers are passed over here. And after this the output of this file will be opened, means the output of the file will be typed and presented in the result.txt in write mode. And if no output is formed, we will get an error of we'll get an output of error opening file. So now let's compile the program. Okay, we can see that we have successfully complied with no errors and zero warnings and zero errors. Now we'll run. This shows us that the program has successfully run. So this output and the input, the output will be present the next after the input. So now let's open the output file. Output file is over here. You can see here we are given result.txt. Here also we are given here also the output is in the form of result.txt. Uh, as our friend uh, Bhavana said that multiplication's value will be this, and this is the value of multiplication, and this is the value of uh, addition. So here we conclude our assignment video. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and I would like to thank our course coordinator Dr. Shivanagowda sir to give us such as opportunity, and helping us to develop new skills in submitting the assignments. Thank you one and all.